We have a powerful full moon to kick off the new year on January 3rd at 4:03 a.m. Central Time. It is at 13 degrees of Cancer. And this is not a quiet, ease into the year kind of full moon. This one feels like a checkpoint, a moment of truth, a moment where the universe is asking you to pause, feel, and take honest inventory of your life and your emotions. Full moons always bring culmination and completion. That's the theme. They illuminate something that began about 6 months ago during the Cancer new moon. So I want you to think back to early July, around that time last year. What was opening up for you? What challenges were you navigating? What intentions were you setting consciously or unconsciously around home, family, emotional safety, belonging, or your inner world? Those are all very Cancer themes. Because this full moon isn't just about emotional release for the sake of release, it's actually about emotional clarity. It's asking you to let go of what no longer aligns so you can commit more fully and more honestly to what actually matters. And make sure you catch this video until the very end because I'm going to share a simple but powerful reflection you can use this week to recalibrate your priorities, reconnect with trust, and move into the rest of January feeling more grounded, clear, and free. Hey everyone, my name is Dana. It's so good to be back here with you. And if you missed last week's conversation with astrologer Nicole Doyle, we unpacked the big themes of 2026 and some very significant upcoming transits. So I'll leave the link here so you can watch it after this video. So now let's talk about the energy of this Cancer full moon, the energy that we are dealing with this week. Cancer is sensitive, receptive, imaginative, it's nurturing, it's deeply emotional. It's a cardinal water sign ruled by the moon itself. So the full moon is actually very comfortable here. This is the sign of home, family, emotional bonds, safety, and belonging. Wherever this full moon lands in your chart, you may notice heightened emotions, stronger memories, or a deeper awareness of what makes you feel held and what no longer does. So make sure you take a look at where this full moon lands in your chart, what house in astrology, because in that theme, you may notice heightened emotions, stronger memories, or a deeper awareness of what makes you feel held and what no longer does make you feel held. So if you have planets around 12 to 14 degrees of Cancer or Capricorn, Aries, or Libra, this transit may feel especially personal. But beyond astrology, I want to layer this with human design because the gates active during this full moon tell a really powerful story, and it is quite interesting. During this full moon, the moon itself is highlighting gate 39, which is known as the gate of provocation or recalibration. This is a pressure gate, and pressure gates don't always whisper. They apply tension, they squeeze, they provoke something to move. And gate 39 asks a very simple but maybe confronting question. Do you trust in source? Do you trust life? Do you trust that you are supported even when you don't have all the answers from your mind? The shadow expression of this gate can show up as lack mentality. Feeling like there's never enough, or overspending or clinging tightly to money out of fear. This energy can provoke others emotionally, poking at people or unconsciously trying to get reactions so someone else will carry what you're not willing to feel. It's wild. I have this gate very prominently in my chart, and so does my sister and brother, and I find it so fascinating at family get-togethers when we start to really poke at each other and get under each other's skin. It's like I'm always laughing at kind of the shadow expression that's coming out in the gate of provocation, sometimes at family get-togethers. It's all in good fun and loving, but like we can't help ourselves. So yeah, this energy can really feel like you're holding others responsible for your inner sufficiency and alignment. And because this is happening during a full moon, when emotions are already heightened collectively, this energy can feel really amplified. So let me make this practical for a moment because sometimes we talk about gates and transits and it can feel kind of abstract. This week, gate 39 energy might show up as feeling emotionally restless without knowing why. You might notice yourself questioning your choices or your finances, your relationships, or your direction. You might feel frustrated or edgy or unusually sensitive to what people are saying to you. You might catch yourself wanting reassurance, validation, or proof that you're on the right path. Or on the flip side of that, you might feel the urge to provoke or to challenge someone to test a relationship or to poke at an unresolved conversation. None of that means that you're doing anything wrong. It means that pressure is asking to be metabolized. You're feeling the pressure from the root center. And the invitation here isn't to act immediately, it's to pause and ask yourself, what am I actually afraid of losing trust in right now? Because when you name that honestly, the pressure will start to soften. I want to invite you into a short reflection here. If it feels safe, take a deep breath with me and ask yourself, without needing an immediate answer, where in my life have I been pushing? When what I really need is to trust? Where have I been bracing instead of allowing support from the universe? You don't need to solve anything right now. Just notice what comes up for you when you tune into that. Awareness is already the start to living an aligned life. Now, here's where this full moon gets especially potent. At the same time that the moon is activating gate 39, the sun, Venus, and Mars are all conjunct in gate 38, the gate of the fighter. Gate 38 is not about fighting for the sake of struggle. It's about meaning. It's about knowing what is actually worth your energy and your time and your devotion and your life force. But in the shadow, this gate can feel like a constant struggle. Like you're fighting battles that don't really get you anywhere. You're pushing uphill without a sense of purpose and proving yourself to people or systems that were never meant to be here to validate you. But in its highest expression, gate 38 brings the clarity. It asks, what is worth fighting for in my life? So with the sun here, this question is illuminated. With Venus here, we are examining our values, our relationship with money, beauty, and self-worth. And then with Mars here, we're being asked to look at how we assert ourselves, where our passion is directed, and whether our energy is being used intentionally or reactively. And all of this is happening right at the beginning of 2026, when the collective energy is already ripe with New Year's resolutions, intentions, and the desire to turn that metaphorical page. So to me, this energy feels like a gift from the universe, the way the transits are all lined up. It's a moment that says, let's start this year aligned, not just motivated. This full moon may bring big emotions for you, maybe hard conversations, or realizations that you've been trying to force something back in 2025 that just simply does not fit for you, your purpose, or the meaning of your life. And your work this week isn't to judge yourself for that, it's to become the observer, to bring the awareness. One of the most helpful ways to work with this energy is to notice how misalignment and alignment feel in your body. Misalignment right now often feels like tension in the chest or the jaw, feeling rushed, feeling behind, feeling like you have to prove yourself or defend or even justify your choices to your friends and family. Alignment, on the other hand, it should feel quieter. It might feel like a relief. It could feel neutral or like a permission slip, like choosing one thing instead of 10 things, like saying no without having to over-explain yourself, like literally having boundaries. Alignment doesn't always feel very exciting at first, but it does feel honest and it feels right in your visceral, energetic body. And when we get aligned, we are able to step into real, true freedom. And freedom doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing what's true for you. Now, there's one more layer I want to bring in with the energy themes this week because it kind of all ties it together really beautifully. At the end of December, the North Node moved into gate 37, which is the gate of friendship, peace, and community, and it will stay there until mid-May. So this is quite the curriculum for us. With that, the South Node is in gate 40, which is actually with 3740 is creating the channel of community. This energy teaches us about mutual support, emotional bonds, agreements, and belonging. It reminds us that we are not meant to do life alone, even though 40 is the gate of aloneness. It's kind of paradoxical. But we're headed towards the north node of that 37 energy, which is asking us to come and be in community, seek community. It's saying we don't have to carry everything out ourselves by ourselves. That asking for support is actually not a weakness. It's going to help you live an aligned life. Okay, so the lesson here is learning to value yourself and others enough to enter into agreements that are fair, nourishing, and sustainable for everyone. And then with this energy, to honor your word, to create sufficiently, not through overgiving or self-sacrifice, but through actual shared responsibility. With everything else activated right now, this nodal shift is asking you to lean on your people, on your community. And if you are feeling comfortable with it, I encourage you, with so many of the gate of the fighter, the struggle being highlighted, to actually share those struggles with someone you feel safe with, to let someone else support you. Also be the one there to nurture your friends and family and your connections when they need it. So if during this full moon, if you're feeling emotional, unsettled, or kind of unsure this week, alignment for you might look like slowing down, reaching out to a good friend, and having a real conversation instead of pushing through and forcing things alone. On the flip side, the misalignment during this transit can definitely look like forcing, proving yourself, isolating, overspending, overworking, or provoking others out of your own frustration. So trust in source, have faith, have discernment, have honest self-reflection, great during full moons to do, and choose connection over isolation, choose faith over fear. And I truly believe that the freedom that becomes available when you honor your alignment and your authenticity is profound. You've got emotional freedom, energetic freedom, the freedom to stop fighting battles that were never meant for you to be engaged in. And you get to just take a fresh breath and live in the present moment and not have so much worry about the future or the fear coming up about the past repeating itself. I'd love to hear from you guys. Drop in the comments below and tell me, what are you realizing is worth fighting for in your life right now in 2026, as we're still in that fun period of setting intentions and maybe having your New Year's resolution or creating a new habit or quitting a habit that you know is not good for you. Put it down in the comments so you are sending that intention out into the universe and we can all hold each other accountable in 2026. All right, guys, that's what I have for you for the energy report for this week. If this video supported you, please like it and subscribe to the channel. It really helps this work reach the people who are meant to find it. And if you know someone who's feeling especially emotional or self-reflective right now, send them this video. It could be very helpful. I am so excited to be moving into the new year, into 2026, really turning the page or stepping into a whole new book per our conversation with Nicole last week, and really keeping the main thing the main thing. This is not the year to be distracted by a million things. This is the year for all of the places that your life has taken you to and the journeys you've been on, to integrate all of those, to cut out any external noise that is not worth your time and hone in, really get to know yourself, really understand your authentic expression, get aligned with your soul so that you can live the most free and amazing and abundant life possible. All right, I'll see you on the next video.